So we're going to continue. Last class, we were checking this guy, which was kind of hypocritical. And Hugo, no, we had definition for some words like vegetarian, vegan, insomnia, teetotaler, xenophobe, pacifist, and the English grammar, which is a bit informal, the spoken English, the how come, no? And these questions, no? The homework was this, write the questions with prepositions, okay? Did you do your homework? Or no?
Yes, teacher.
All right, so let's double check homework. Listen and check. Let me activate sound. I've just totally forgot it.
For more information. 1.
Can I have a word with you, please? What about?
2.
Could you give me a lift? Where to?
3.
I got a lovely email today.
Who from?
4.
I bought a lovely birthday card yesterday.
Who for?
5.
I need £5,000 urgently.
What for?
6.
I'm really worried.
What about?
7.
We're going on holiday next week.
Where to?
8.
I spoke a lot of English yesterday.
Who with?
So instead of using the most popular word, question word, which is why, there are other ways to say that, no? Can I have a word with you? Instead of saying why, no? You have to say different questions, no? So let's see the answers. Can I have a word with you? What is the answer, guys?
What about?
What about? Could you give me a lift? Hello, could you give me? Yeah, thank you. I got a lovely email today.
Who from?
I bought a lovely birthday card yesterday.
Who for?
I need the 5,000 urgently.
What for?
I am really worried.
What about?
We're going on holiday next weekend.
Where to?
I spoke a lot of English yesterday.
Who with?
Mhm. I'm gonna be in other place within 2 weeks. Which question should be, or what could be a possibility? I repeat, I'm gonna be in other place within 2 weeks.
Where to?
Thanks. Or I had an accident. I had an accident.
Where to?
You can say what about, no? What about? Oh yeah, I broke my leg, no? I can say. All right. Yeah, I can say I gave some flowers to a girl.
Who for?
Yes, the girl's name is Lucy. Very good, thank you. So those are another way to say why, not informally. Just keep that in mind. We're not doing that listening yet. Instead of listening, there is a reading, because we haven't read, and this is really important in this level, especially because it's the last level. Okay, yeah, we are about to finish, or you are about to finish, not me, but you are about to finish, no? First of all, how do you get your news story? Do you ever read news?
Yes.
Yes.
So how do you get the news stories? Where do you read them? Where do you see them? Where do you check them?
Checking Facebook or social media.
Newspaper.
From newspaper, on Facebook,
On TV.
on TV. Very good. Do you think they are accurate and reliable and true?
Not always. It depends, no?
Yes. What about you guys? The rest? Are they reliable? Are they true for you?
It depends of the source, no?
It depends on the source. Okay. Have you ever heard this fake news? Have you ever heard this expression?
Yes.
Yes.
The president of the United States used this term always.
Fake news. Fake news. Fox News. Probably is the most popular news TV program. Because we don't know if it's really true. They are telling the truth about what's happening or what's really happening, and it isn't as reliable as we think. Yeah, so probably it's the opposite. No. And what do people mean when they say we are living in a post-truth age? Any ideas? No? Okay, let's see. The post-truth age means we are on that debate is more often aiming to the target emotions rather than discussing facts. And the internet has increased spread. Has like some things that are viral nowadays, no? And we go for the emotion, no? Not there was fake news of two popular singers or popular Mexican famous Mexican artists. Do you remember? It was like viral, like very popular, trending at like for 1 week. And it was all fake news. And actually it was a strategy in order to receive more views from the, the fans. No, come on guys. Am I the one who is being gossip on social media? Don't you check? You said that you check social media, and it was very trending last week. No,
No, teacher.
not really. Jessica, any Jessica here? No,
No,
teacher.
it was the breakup of this Nodal and Belinda. It was very trending, but
Yes.
it was fake news. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yes, finally you got the idea. That's where it is about, no fake news, and it was also a strategy, obviously. No? Then after 1 week, after a few days, Belinda, oh, we're fine, we're all right, nothing has happened. Indeed, we are doing something together, and we're continue being a couple and things like that. So, well, here, before checking the text, you can use a dictionary. I don't remember if it was our group, but I recommended using dictionary. Don't use Google Translation a lot because we like kind of get used to it, and it's a bad habit. It's a really, really bad habit using Google Translate. Instead of using that, there are other websites, other apps, and they are really useful, and they have different definitions, examples, and accurate meaning, accurate translation. So instead of using that, we use Word Reference, Oxford Dictionary, Cambridge Dictionary, dictionary.com. Okay, so use a dictionary to check these words in the box and write them on their heading. They are connected with truth and untruth. We have an example over there, no? What are the example of truth? What is the example that you are seeing? Hello, is the word over there?
Evidence.
Evidence. Thank you very much. In an example of untruth?
Fiction.
Fiction. Example. Okay, so we don't know this. I would like you to open your device, any device that you are on your hands or next to you, like your phone or your laptop or your iPad, your tablet, and look for all these words, the meaning, yeah, the definitions of this word, not you don't have to translate these words, yeah. For example, I'll give you my example. Yeah, I go on Google, and then I type. I said there are three options. One is dictionary.com. Is the not this one, the second one, because sometimes there are ads. So then you type, no, what is untruth, for example. And then you enter, you go, and my internet is getting slow, or my computer is getting stuck, sorry. And then you'll see the definition. Well, you see first the phonetics. You can click in order to hear the pronunciation of that word. After, there are definitions, no? There is another called Cambridge. Online. You can download them as well. Some of them, they are apps, and you don't need to have internet, some of them. Others, yes. For example, he's a translator, not traductor, translator, remember. Translator. It is very convenient. So the same, no? What is truth? It will give you examples now. The real facts about a situation, no? La verdad. But Spanish, we don't use it here because we are in the last level. Hopefully, guys, for you. Yeah. So that's why I am giving you alternatives, no? Alternatives to use different dictionaries. And the other is Oxford Dictionary. The competence of Cambridge, Oxford Dictionary online. No? So you've got three options, and the alternative, like our last resource for you because of the level, because you are supposed to be in an intermediate level, is Word Reference. No, so first you go to Oxford, the definition, and as I said before, the last resource would be Word Reference. No? This is our last resource. And then you use here truth. What I love about this website is that it gives you sentences, examples, real examples, and not only one but others. No, so that's why. Okay, so I'll give you 5 minutes to try to look up in a dictionary. Look them up, please. And we answer together this, right? 5 minutes. Using your app or your device, you can download the apps, or you go on to Google, then you type Oxford Dictionary, Cambridge Dictionary, word reference. Those are the words. You are going to tell me the definition, so all of you have to look them up. Okay, so what do you think? Fabrication, where should it be? Truth or untruth?
Untruth.
Accurate, where should it be?
Truth.
Fact,
Fact.
True.
True.
Truth.
exaggeration, where should it be?
Untrue.
Untrue.
Conspiracy theory,
Untrue.
real,
True.
fake,
Truth.
True.
fantasies,
Untrue.
prejudice,
Untrue.
bias,
Untrue.
bogus,
True.
doubtful,
True.
credible,
True.
reliable.
True.
Okay, let's see if you were.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Other word for bogus.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say, because some of you looked them up. Tell me, what is the definition of bogus? Did anyone look for that word? Look up that word? An example?
Bogus means pretending to be real or genuine.
Okay, pretending to be real, Marco.
Thank you.
Pretending to be real. Thank you. Bias, did anyone find out what bias mean?
Yeah, inclination.
Inclination.
Yeah.
Very good. Fantasist. Who searched for that word, guys? No? Anyone?
I found it means a person who likes to imagine that they are doing something they would like to do, or that something they would like to happen or is happening, even though this is very unlikely.
It is very unlikely, and as the root word says fantasy, fantasies, that's why, no? It's a fantasy. All right, so let's read together the introduction and the first paragraph of the text. Who is Jeff Broadbent? What keeps him awake at night? No, let's fake news. In 2017, fake news was Collins Dictionary Word of the Year. We're talking about 2017, right? The previous year, Oxford Dictionaries chose post-truth as theirs. Jeff Broadbent gives us the facts on increasing unreliability of our news media, or at least we think he does, no? So who is this guy? He's a
investigate journalist.
yes, exactly. Then we have here, I spend my days checking facts, making sure I have evidence for news, for stories I'm writing. So it's not surprising that the idea of being in a post-truth age keeps me awake at night. It's terrifying thought, no? That many people no longer care whether a news story is actually true or simple content to read something that feels true. For example, now that we are living in a pandemic, some of us, we aren't sure if at the beginning, we weren't sure if it was fake news. No? We were skeptical about the virus. We didn't believe in lockdown. Okay, only Chinese. Yes, Asian people. Yeah. So they are overseas. They are really, really far from us. So the virus is not going to come here to Mexico. Guess what? Then it was real, no? And it is real. I already got COVID. It was 2 months ago, but yeah, it exists. So the good old days. Yeah, the good old days. So who would like to read? Who says me? Demian. Demian, can you help me reading with the first paragraph, please?
Yes, sure. The good old days. This paragraph. Okay. No, I'm not pretending that everything in the media was 100% reliable in the past. We sometimes got things very wrong, and separating fact from fiction become more challenging as soon as the internet provides every amateur journalist with an audience. So what's different now?
Okay,
Continue?
thank you. Oh, okay,
Okay.
that's okay. Sarai, please, Inclan. Well, in the past.
Well, in the past, you usually know which articles had left relatives behind. Conspiracy theories telling us that men didn't really land on the moon, or that the British royal family ordered the murder of Princess Diana. Continue. This story was on French websites that looked like they were written by fantasies and was read by a small minority. Continue.
Yes,
Most
please.
you went to mainstream news outlets to find out what was really happening in the world. And although we know that newspapers and news stations have their own political base, we
Bias.
left safe in assuming that the basic facts were accurate.
Yes, we're accurate. Thank you very much. So spreading lies. Jessica Paola, please. The big difference nowadays.
Spreading lies. The big difference nowadays is that most people don't go to news outlets for their news stories. The stories come to them via social media sites such as Facebook. Articles appear in people's newsfeed or are shared and forwarded by friends. And this is why millions now read stories that may appear to be from credible news source, but are in fact not merely biased, but total fabrication.
Yes, thank you very much. New sources. I mean, could be from internet, from TV, from the other Jessica Sanchez, and it matters.
Yes, teacher. And it matters. One of the first instances where fake news may have influenced an election was in the United States in 2016. There have always been exaggerations and untruths during election campaigns, but in this one, there was one organized strategy of targeting key voters with fake news stories via social media. An analysis of how millions of Facebook users engaged with these fake stories showed that in the last 3 months of the campaign, they got more shares, likes, and comments than all the real stories from traditional news outlets. And it is just coincidence that most of the fake stories were in favor of the eventual winner, Donald Trump.
Yeah, the best president, no? Yeah, very handsome boy. Choosing what to believe, President Trump. Who would like to continue? Who says me? Litzy, yeah, President Trump.
President Trump was also one of the first politicians to take advantage of the fake news phenomenon. When reporters confronted him with negative news stories, his answer was simple. Fake news, next question. Other world leaders have done the same, and their supporters are quick to believe them. Many people are happy to view all facts as doubtful. It makes it easy for them to choose what to believe and stick to their
Prejudices. Yeah. What about bogus is business? Marco, please.
Yeah, bogus in business. Now, there are 4 fake news sites out there producing bogus stories that people share unthinkingly. It's big business because the most sensational stories get thousands of clicks, and advertisers will pay huge sums to make use of this traffic.
Thank you. Until there. Until there. Can you continue, Monica?
Yes. And so we end up with very worrying question in a democracy. How do we know who are that to vote for if we can be sure what's true? But then it'll leave you with an even bigger question. How many of us really want to know the truth? If it changes our deeply held beliefs and lifestyles?
Yes, lifestyle. No, then we have some pictures about WikiLeaks. No, confirms Hillary sold weapons to ISIS. No, Hillary Clinton. No, I'm not a fake news. I love facts. No, as the audience, we would always like to have reliable news. Don't you think so? As audience, as normal people, we would always love to have a real news. But it's about fake news sometimes, and as it says, some of the headings, bogus, fake news is it's just business. No, it's just business, and some of the things because of strategy. No, as I said before. No, it was related. Yeah. So it says read full text and answer the questions, discuss answers. What's the problem with amateur journalism on the internet? Why weren't old-fashioned conspiracy theories as big problem as modern fake news? Why do we know that we can't completely trust mainstream news outlets? No? Why was fake news such problems during 2016 US election campaign? How can political leaders take advantage of fake news? Why are some people happy to believe that facts they hear are unreliable? How can people make money from writing fake news? Why is the increase of fake news dangerous to democracy? Yes. So I would like you to find these answers on the text, these questions on the text, answer them obviously. I'll give you, well, We have, according to our meeting, 3 minutes plus 5 minutes, 8 minutes, not to do this activity. Have you got the book, guys?
Yes.
Hopefully you can see my screen. Not the answers. The text is there. No? So please make sure that you write them. It's a good practice for reading, for your reading, no? To reread the text